The insanely luxurious life of Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam Bankman-Fried was a tech whiz kid. His cryptocurrency trading platform was an overnight success, until it all collapsed spectacularly in 10 days. Sam's platform, FTX, turned out to be a scam. $8 billion in assets have still not been recovered. $5 billion have been seized. The young entrepreneur fled. He was arrested in the Bahamas in December 2022. He's facing 8 criminal charges, from wire fraud to money laundering. Sam Bankman-Fried was released on a $250 million bond. He's awaiting trial at his parents' home in California. But until last November, the 31-year-old had led a charmed life. FTX attorneys said Sam ran the company as his personal fiefdom. Like a true king, Sam Bankman-Fried was known as SBF. FTX spent $300 million buying properties in the Bahamas. At least 19 of the properties were for Sam's family. They cost $121 million. That was just FTX spending. Sam also spent out of his own pockets. He splashed out $74 million in 2022 alone. Bahaman authorities say they've never seen anything like it. It was basically a real estate shopping spree. SBF bought a number of condos in the luxury resort of Albany. Tiger Woods hosts an annual golf tournament there. Sam lived in a $30 million penthouse on New Providence Island. The building with the penthouse is called the Orchid. The penthouse has Venetian plaster walls and Italian marble accents. It has 6 bedrooms and 12,000 square feet of floor space. It's served by 2 separate elevators. There's a private terrace area with a bar and jacuzzi spa. Yet SBF liked to boast of his frugal ways. As a true tech kid, he wore jumpers and drove a Toyota Corolla.
I even use my parents' Netflix account.
Sam once claimed. FTX also spent $4.5 million on a parcel of land on Nassau's famed Bay Street. The company planned to build a $60 million headquarters. It would have included a boutique 38-room hotel. Now all this will likely be sold off to pay FTX's many creditors. SBF would spend $2,500 a day at Coco Plum. It's the fanciest restaurant on the island. The minimum entree at the restaurant is over $20. He also had a 52 yacht that he often took out on the ocean. It reportedly cost $2.5 million. There was just one problem. Amazon doesn't deliver to the Bahamas. SBF found the most reasonable solution. FTX made a deal with an air carrier. All their Amazon orders were flown over from Miami. The 180-mile flights cost them a pretty penny. In the first 9 months of 2022, FTX spent $3.9 million on flights. Over $500,000 was spent on postage and delivery. FTX also spent $357,526 on DoorDash in 3 months. The company gave employees $200 of DoorDash food credits a day. The app's most expensive meal was $59. So any FTX employee could have 3 such meals a day. FTX also spent literal billions on executive payouts. $3.3 billion was paid out to FTX executives in 2022. SBF, ever the humble guy, received $2.2 billion of that. Shaquille O'Neal was paid $2.5 million to promote FTX. But one single Super Bowl ad with Larry David cost the company $30 million. Since June 2021, FTX has been the official cryptocurrency exchange brand of MLB. All Major League Baseball umpires wear a patch with FTX's logo. That's less than SBF made in political donations. He spent over $10 million backing Joe Biden's presidential campaign. In 2022 alone, he spent over $40 million on campaigns. To be fair, SBF also spent money on philanthropy. He gave away $50 billion in 2021 to pandemic relief in India. SBF called it effective altruism, explaining,
"The philosophy uses mathematical calculations to determine how people could do the most good with their money and time."
Oops.